Assalamu alaikum YouTube, back with another video. Like I said before, as I come across some of these questions from the comments, from my email, and also even as I come across, other students out here in Egypt, any questions that I get, inshallah, I'll try to address them in a video if I feel like it can benefit other people. And this question is from someone who's mentioned, struggling to read through text, constantly needing to search up words, and this process becoming, draining and exhausting. And of course, reading books in the Arabic language becomes a lot more difficult when you're constantly going through this. And this goes hand in hand with building vocabulary as well, which I'll address in a separate video. And basically what this person is asking for is how to work through this process in a way, of course, where you don't get burned out, you don't feel super exhausted. How can I read through these books in the Arabic language and continuously build my vocabulary and learn different things that I'm interested in learning without it feeling like a chore, without it being super daunting? And for those of you who know, or even if you don't know, I didn't just start learning the Arabic language yesterday or when I came to Egypt or like a year ago or something like that. So chances are, if you're going through something and learning the Arabic language, I've been there. And the answer here is not to memorize more vocab lists. The answer is also not being spoon-fed a bunch of words that you then save in an app. All you're gonna end up with is a bunch of words saved in an app. This process requires you to be engaged and to do real study. And the reason why you're constantly stopping and searching up words and you're not able to make significant progress through this book is very simple. It's because you're not reading at your level. I want to say I started learning the Arabic language around 2013, 2014, some time ago. And you guys can see I'm in Egypt now, still learning the Arabic language. And my point in this is that you'll forever be a student of the Arabic language, one. But also my point in mentioning this is that I'm just like you guys. I'm still a student, and I'm very much still interested in learning the Arabic language and studying the Arabic language and strengthening my Arabic and building vocabulary, and even finding better ways to teach and convey these different concepts in the Arabic language, because also teaching is a great way of, study and solidifying what you learn. And I say that to say that I watch a lot of these Arabic videos just like you guys do, and I've come across videos where people, promote certain apps and saving a lot of these words that you might come across in apps and things like that. And there's probably maybe 1% of those words that you save that you'll actually memorize. You know what I mean? And this isn't a diss to anybody, because just a couple years ago I was like pushing 300 pounds. But it's like being unhealthy and out of shape and just sitting around saving a bunch of workout videos and diet recipes and things like that on your YouTube playlist that you never actually visit. In fact, you watch them while you sit on your couch, eating a box of cookies and some Twinkies or whatever, right? This is not an effective way to learn. Also, this isn't how you learned your mother tongue. So if your mother tongue is English, like mine, right? You didn't learn the English language by memorizing vocabulary lists. You didn't learn the English language through apps that you were saving a bunch of words in. And I don't want to drag this video out, so I'll touch on some of these different avenues of, learning the Arabic language in a strategic, more natural way. And there are tried and true methods for this. All right, this isn't something that I've come up with or just kind of pulled out a hat. So when you were learning the English language, right, naturally through hearing it, through the types of books that you started out reading, you didn't start out reading chapter books. You didn't start out reading encyclopedias, right? So same thing here, you gotta be reading at your level. And I touched on many different books in the past in so many different videos on my channel about books that you can start with. For example, Qasas al-Nabiyyin, etc. And these are the types of books that people have written geared toward non-native speakers of the Arabic language, right? To build vocabulary, to gain access to and learn some of these common words that are used in the Arabic language, common verbs that are used, common nouns that are used, common prepositions that are used, right? That are constantly being repeated. And because we're adults, this may not seem appealing, right? There's many other more interesting texts, you could say, but the reality of it is just because you know a little bit of sarf and nahu and these types of things, it doesn't mean that you're going to be able to just dive into some more advanced texts or texts in any science, right? Like an-nahr al-mad and these types of books, al-bahr al-muhit and these types of texts, right? You got to start at your level. And I touch on some of those types of books, and there are plenty, really, that you can find online as well that can help you. So starting with these more foundational level texts is not even simply about building vocabulary alone, right? You got to develop this ability or practice your ability to read and understand these different styles of Arabic writing and these different expressions that are used. And also for you to be able to develop the right approach to be able to read and extract words from these texts that are going to help you to build your vocabulary in a more natural way and in a more engaging way. So of course the answer is simple. You want to read at your level, right? The reason why this process is becoming super stressful for you is because you're reading beyond your level. If you guys want me to cover some basic level texts that you can utilize to build your vocabulary and your reading ability, let me know in the comments below, inshallah. And inshallah, I'll be dropping some more videos where I'm answering your questions and hopefully being able to benefit you guys in your Arabic learning journey as well. Assalamu alaikum.